James Van Der Beek is one of those names that instantly takes you back to late-night TV marathons, emotional monologues, and that unforgettable era of teen drama that quietly shaped an entire generation. But what most people don't realize is that his story goes far beyond one iconic role. And the reason his name keeps resurfacing in trending searches is because his journey is actually a masterclass in reinvention, resilience, and quietly outlasting the fame machine that once tried to box him in. Because when Dawson's Creek exploded onto screens in the late 1990s, Van Der Beek wasn't just playing a character. He became the face of sensitive, introspective teenage vulnerability at a time when television was shifting toward more emotionally driven storytelling. And suddenly, he was everywhere: magazine covers, talk shows, red carpets, labeled as the ultimate teen heartthrob. But here's the twist: overnight fame can be both a gift and a trap. And while millions saw him as Dawson Leary, the ambitious, aspiring filmmaker navigating love and heartbreak in a small coastal town, the industry began seeing him as only that, and typecasting as one of Hollywood's most silent career killers. Because once audiences lock you into a single identity, breaking free becomes 10 times harder than breaking in. And this is where his story gets interesting. Instead of desperately chasing roles to replicate the same success, he took risks. He stepped into indie films, darker projects, comedies, and even self-aware parodies of his own image, showing something many former teen stars struggle with: the ability to laugh at himself. And that self-awareness became a turning point, especially when internet culture rediscovered him through memes, most famously the exaggerated, crying gif that went viral across social media, turning a once dramatic scene into one of the internet's most recognizable reaction clips. And instead of fighting it or resenting it, he leaned into it, even recreating and joking about the meme publicly, which flipped the narrative from washed-up teen star to culturally self-aware actor who understands the modern fame cycle. And that adaptability is key in today's entertainment world, because relevance isn't just about being everywhere, it's about knowing how to evolve with audience behavior. And Van Der Beek did exactly that, appearing in shows like Don't to Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, where he played an exaggerated, fictionalized version of himself, completely dismantling the old Dawson image in a bold comedic move that earned him a new wave of appreciation, especially from younger audiences who may not have even watched Dawson's Creek originally. And that kind of reinvention shows strategic intelligence, because rather than trying to outrun his past, he reframed it, and that shift extended beyond acting, as he gradually became more open about fatherhood, marriage, personal growth, and stepping away from the Hollywood pressure cooker, moving with his family to Texas to prioritize a quieter, more grounded lifestyle. And in an era where celebrity culture often revolves around constant exposure, that decision stood out. It signaled confidence, not decline, because stepping back can sometimes be more powerful than constantly chasing visibility, and his social media presence reflects that balance. Part reflective, part humorous, part philosophical, offering glimpses into parenting 6 children, discussing mental health, navigating loss and resilience, and showing audiences that there's life beyond red carpets and premieres, which resonates strongly in today's climate where authenticity drives engagement far more than polished perfection. And if you look at the broader arc of his career, it follows a pattern that many UK audiences find compelling: early explosive fame, the challenge of maintaining identity under public scrutiny, a period of recalibration, and then a steady, intentional rebuild rooted in self-awareness rather than desperation. And that arc mirrors the way modern celebrities must operate in a digital world where fame is instant. But longevity is rare, because the entertainment industry today doesn't just test talent. It tests adaptability, emotional intelligence, and brand control. And Van Der Beek's willingness to evolve without clinging to past glory is exactly why his name keeps trending whenever nostalgia cycles hit streaming platforms, especially as 90s and early 2000s content experiences revival waves on global services watched heavily in the UK, where viewers rediscover old series and reevaluate the actors behind them with fresh perspective. And there's also something deeply relatable about his journey, because it reflects a universal truth about growing up. The version of you that once defined everything doesn't have to be the version that defines you forever. And watching someone transition from teen idol to reflective family man while still maintaining creative output adds emotional depth to his public image. And that depth fuels audience retention, because it transforms a simple "where is he now?" curiosity into a layered narrative about identity, reinvention, and staying grounded in an industry built on hype. And even in recent interviews, he's spoken openly about career highs and lows, About the unpredictability of Hollywood, about redefining success not as constant spotlight but as balanced stability and meaningful work, and that honesty strengthens his connection with audiences who are increasingly skeptical of overly curated celebrity personas. And from a content storytelling perspective, his life offers everything needed for high engagement. Iconic breakout role, viral meme resurgence, comedic reinvention, personal transformation, family focus, relocation away from Hollywood, and continued creative evolution. Each phase visually distinct and emotionally different, keeping viewers locked in as the narrative progresses from fame to self-discovery. And if you zoom out and summarize his journey, it becomes clear that James Van Der Beek's story isn't just about a 90s TV star trying to stay relevant. It's about someone who navigated the volatility of fame, refused to be trapped by one defining moment, adapted to internet culture instead of fighting it, and ultimately redefined success on his own terms. And that kind of long-form character arc resonates deeply with UK audiences who appreciate authenticity and growth over manufactured drama. Because in the end, the most compelling celebrity stories aren't the ones filled with endless controversy. They're the ones that show evolution, self-awareness, and resilience. And that's exactly why his name continues to spark interest decades after his breakout moment, proving that while trends fade, reinvention keeps you in the conversation. And in a media landscape obsessed with instant virality, James Van Der Beek represents something rarer. Sustainable relevance built not on constant noise, but on strategic transformation and genuine self-reflection.